I'm Olivia, and my life took an unexpected turn in the peaceful suburb where I grew up. Our family had been through its share of challenges, and little did I know that the greatest betrayal would come from within. My father met Emily, a charming woman with a disarming smile, at a community event. They quickly became inseparable, and before long, Emily moved into our home. At first, I tried to welcome her with open arms, believing in the possibility of a blended family. Everything changed when Emily and I started sharing more than just a living space. Unbeknownst to me, she started confiding in me about her personal life, including her loneliness and a recent breakup. Little did I suspect that she was using our conversations to gather information for her own agenda. Emily and I became close, or so I thought. We bonded over shared interests, and I even introduced her to my boyfriend, Jake, thinking it would be great for us all to get along. Little did I know that this introduction would lead to a betrayal of the highest order. One evening, I discovered a series of intimate messages between Emily and Jake. Shock and disbelief washed over me as I realized the depth of their betrayal. The walls of trust that had once surrounded me crumbled, leaving behind a painful void. Heartbroken and enraged, I confronted Emily and Jake. Their attempts to justify their actions only fueled the fire of my fury. The once happy home transformed into a battleground of emotions, as accusations and denials echoed through the walls. As the truth unfolded, my relationship with my father strained. The once close family dynamic fractured, and the wounds of betrayal festered. I grappled with the realization that the woman I had welcomed into my life had betrayed not only my trust, but the integrity of our family. Amidst the chaos, the echoes of another tragedy haunted me. My mother had passed away, succumbing to a long battle with illness. The grief that I had tucked away resurfaced, blending with the pain of betrayal. The weight of loss, both from betrayal and the death of my mother, became an unbearable burden. In the aftermath, I faced the daunting task of rebuilding my life. The echoes of their betrayal and the lingering grief intertwined, but I refused to let them define me. Slowly, I started to piece together a new reality, one where trust would be earned, love guarded with newfound vigilance, and the memories of my mother cherished. Time became the healer of wounds, and amidst the ruins of my shattered world, I found strength. The echoes of their betrayal and the grief of losing my mother may linger, but I emerged from the storm with a newfound resilience. As I closed the chapter on that painful episode, I embraced the promise of a new dawn, determined to rebuild my life on foundations of trust, self-love, and the enduring memories of a mother's love. Years passed, and life gradually found its rhythm again. I immersed myself in work, surrounded myself with supportive friends, and even began exploring new hobbies. The pain of the betrayal and the loss of my mother transformed into lessons that shaped my character. One day, while walking in a park, I crossed paths with Jake and Emily. The encounter was brief, but the emotions that resurfaced were intense. They seemed apologetic, but I chose not to engage in a conversation that would reopen old wounds. Instead, I walked away with my head held high, knowing that my strength lay in moving forward. In the years that followed, I rekindled relationships with family members, mending the fractures that had formed during the tumultuous period. Forgiveness, though a slow process, became a liberating force that allowed me to break free from the chains of resentment. Eventually, I met someone new, someone who understood the depth of my past and embraced me with unconditional love. Our connection was built on trust, respect, and shared values. Together, we created a love story that blossomed from the ashes of betrayal. The echoes of the past became distant whispers, mere reminders of the resilience that had brought me through the storm. I realized that the chapters of my life, though filled with pain and loss, also held the power to shape a narrative of strength, growth, and eventual triumph. As I stood on the precipice of a new beginning, I looked back not with bitterness, but with gratitude for the lessons that had sculpted the person I had become. The scars of the past were not marks of weakness. Rather, they were badges of survival, etched into my being as a testament to the indomitable spirit within. In the quiet moments of reflection, I often revisited the memories of my mother, the warmth of her embrace, the wisdom in her words, and the enduring love that had been my anchor. Her presence lived on in the values she instilled, the lessons she imparted, and the strength she inspired. And so, the echoes of betrayal transformed into whispers of resilience, the grief into a gentle remembrance, and the pain into the fuel that propelled me toward a future defined by self-love, forgiveness, and the enduring echoes of a mother's love.